So the CS market is holding up really well, but I've pretty much talked about everything. So today I want to talk about the real Misfit skins that nobody has, nobody talks about, nobody even knows existed, and how they've been some of the best investments in CS history because they're used for trade-ups. A lot of people just use them as play skins, but they have some of the strongest charts in the game, and I think that's going to continue. We'll start with the MAC 10 Fade. Now, if you look at the MAC 10 Fade chart in the past month, you could say, hey, it looks pretty good. It's held up really strong after the hype. Look in the past 3 months. Wait a second, it's like up only. I guess it did kind of drop back down after the hype, but still held up really well. 1 year, wait a second, it really is up only. 2 years, it's really up only. All time, this thing is up from $5 to $50 at this point. This thing is absolutely incredible. Now, this is one of those skins that a lot of people just use as play skins, and I mean, it's just a super old skin. They aren't really coming into supply anymore, and it's probably going to get even more expensive as time goes on. I mean, this is the 5-year chart for this thing. This is one of those skins you just hold for 5 years, completely forget about, and it suddenly is absolutely blown up in price. And there's a lot of skins like this in the game. The MP9 Hot Rod, another example. One of those skins from a super old collection that a lot of people use for trade-ups. Now, it is only a blue, so there is a very solid amount of supply out there, tens of thousands of them, but it doesn't really matter. Once again, same sort of chart. This thing has gone from $12 to $200. This thing is absolutely sick, and I mean, these collections are so old, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't even remember everything that's in them. Let me check. The Mirage collection. So these are the kind of old skins that I like talking about, because even with these like garbage, maybe not the grays, but like these light blues, they've had pretty similar trends as well, because people are always using them to trade up. Like if the MP9 Hot Rod's getting more expensive, that means all of these garbage skins are as well, because people could still trade up, and if there's profitability anywhere, the millions of players in this game have found it in the market. So looking at these old collections and going on Price Empire, looking at the charts, there's some very good buys in there. And they could always trade up to the Mag 7 Bulldozer because people are doing crazy stuff there. And it's pretty good. Now, there's a lot of skins like this, once again. The M4A4 Daybreak, I have so many tabs open, this is ridiculous. The M4A4 Daybreak, I believe, has blown up since CS2, since it looks a lot better. Another really strong skin. $65 in 2020, all the way at $550 now. It's just crazy. Now, you could know with certain skins like this, they can come back down in price after these big hype spikes. I mean, every single time they have. To cash out instantly for PayPal, crypto, and bank transfers, check out skin.place. Skin.place gives you fair prices for every single skin you have, and is an insanely easy process. Here's how it works. Just click the skins you want to sell, enter your crypto address or whatever you need to do, and then you just get sent a trade offer, accept it, and receive your money in about 20 minutes. It's the best way to sell CS2 skins no matter what size your inventory is. Get a 3% bonus on selling your skins with that link at the top of the description. Hype spike here, comes back down, hype spike here, comes back down, hype spike here, comes back down. And they're also really quick moves since the supply is relatively high. These are only purple skins, but you could see, long-term trend, these things are up very much. Me personally, I wouldn't buy an M4 Daybreak at $550, but a MAC 10 Fade is fine. Despite it being at all-time highs, I think it's just a very strong item to hold for years upon years that you literally just forget about, and it'll perform great. Moving on to some other skins, I do want to cover the Phase 2 Dopplers again for a little bit, but not like the M9, the Karambit, the Butterfly, because those are 3 of the most talked about ones. I want to talk about the Talon here, because, for example, $500 in 2022, of course, in CSGO, when they weren't doing too hot, but knives like the Talon knife and some of the other knives don't have as much demand as the 3 I listed previously. And because of that, I mean, they could have much quicker moves. They could also come back down quicker in price as well. So this is another skin that, like $1,400, $1,500, that'd be a great buy for long term. Because that Phase 2 hype is never going to end. As long as Valve doesn't nerf them, which I don't think they will, it's going to be like that for a long time. So you're hoping this thing gets back down to, like, I can't even get to this point on the chart, like $1,600, $1,700, and I would absolutely be holding that thing for long term. And that's very possible. 2,100 right now, it looks like sellers are definitely in control as it tried to rebound all-time highs. Of course, that did not happen, and more people are probably going to be taking profit as it gets back down to natural demand levels. 1,400, 1,500 would be an incredible buy, but that's wishful thinking. I would say 1,600 or 1,700 is likely. So a lot of very cool stuff in the market right now, and that's one of the high tier things you should be looking at. A lot of this just coincides with old collections as well. The AK X-Ray, you wouldn't think it's a skin that people love. A lot of people would call it ugly. I would call it ugly. It is ugly, but that doesn't mean it's bad to invest in. All of these old skins have super good amounts of demand. I'm essentially showing you guys the same chart with everything, but this is one of those charts as well that I said, and I couldn't cover every skin, obviously, but I'm like, if things come back down to pre-hype levels, you should buy. This is something that came back down to pre-hype levels after the dip, and look, exact same level, like 1,900 bucks, and now it's at 3,100. If you guys saw that chart and you bought it pre-hype levels, it'd be great. And once again, I'm saying not every skin is the exact same. Some skins are at these pre-hype levels right now. A lot of skins bounce. The M4 Blue Phosphor is one of those that I covered that did bounce as well. And yeah, there's just so many skins in the game. A lot of them are slightly different, and you could really benefit off of that pre-hype levels. Anytime something goes back to pre-hype levels, you could buy in this market, and it'll probably treat you very well. Now, I do think most of the market still has some room to drop. We are seeing some things down today, some things up. It's a bit all over the place, but that essentially means demand is probably coming back down to a natural level, which is great, and is what we're hoping for. A lot of the Phase 2s have held up really well, and I think they could possibly blow up in price very soon again. But if they do come back down to pre-hype levels, once again, that Talon is one of the knives that I think is great. High-tier skins have held up incredibly well, too. I don't think they're going anywhere. I don't think they're going to go through another massive dip. So if you're looking to buy high tiers, I think that's great. Field-tested Dragon was up 1% today. Almost at all-time highs again. One of those things that rebounded massively. Got to 6,700. Nobody cares. This thing just blew up again. It's going to consolidate at higher levels, and then it's going to blow up again in the future, as it always does. Some of the strongest charts in the game, and if you couldn't tell by now, you could essentially hold anything in the CS market that has a good chart for a very long time. Don't try and get tricky and be like, oh, this item is not great, I don't love the chart, and try and invest in something like that. The stuff that blows up every single time we go through a hype spike will blow up again. It's just consistent. It always happens. The M4A4 fell. A lot of these old operation skins go through very quick moves when we go through hype spikes, but you could still see quick move in the hype spike, consolidates at a higher level, slow grind up, which is great, which is what you love to see. Slight dip, only like 10% that time, and then anytime there's a massive amount of hype, the dip is larger and potentially longer as well. So you'll get plenty of chances to buy in this market. You don't need to be in a rush. Main thing you need to know is just buy at pre-hype levels. That's what you need to do with everything. Even the Deagle Blaze. This thing has so much supply, but these old operation skins, or old collection skins, I should say, this isn't bound to an operation, but they just perform so well. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing maintains a pretty expensive level too, because there's a lot more demand for it for whatever reason. People like their Deagle skins, and just a good investment. I could literally pick out any skin and all the charts look like this, so all you need to know in this market is just hold for a very long time. Now, let me actually go to Steam Market as well. I'm on my friend's account, so that's why I have a trade hold here. Market's unavailable or whatever reason. Something we're seeing in the market right now is consolidation across all cases as well, which is really good. They stepped up a couple times, consolidated, step up, consolidate, which is great. All the knives are still super expensive. People are willing to pay for them. That means the cases are going to be more expensive too. That's good for the longevity of the market. If you own cases, you should essentially always hold them. We'll take a gander at the CS20 case again. 163 is not bad at all. Some wonky price action as people are mass cashing out, but hold your cases. There's just no reason not to. This thing's going to be over $2 one day, probably going to be over $3 one day, probably going to be $5 one day. There's no reason to sell it unless you need the money right away. Everything in this market is great. The player count's going to continue to be great. The major's going to help with that. Maybe we'll see another hype spike after the major, but we'll see. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.